You cannot meet up with God. You cannot have a meeting with God and see his face, because you cannot live after you see him. So if you are waiting to see God, that's no me. Do not. I just want to see your face. I want to see your face. I want to give you a handshake. Forget about that. You never give God a handshake. You never meet him personally. No, God, I just want to. You never see him. No matter how you pray and you fast, you never see God appearing to you. You never have lunch with God. You never go to shops with God. You never go for shopping with God. I want to tell you that God speaks to you through people. Through people. I cannot say servants of God. This time I cannot say God speaks to you through prophets. I cannot say God speaks to you through pastors. No. God can speak to you through even made people, through foolish people. God can speak. It's not every made man that you come across. Whatever, me, I'm too sensitive. I'm spiritually sensitive. Each and every time when I meet made people who are made in the streets, those people you see in the streets, most of them, they are angels of God. So sometimes God can speak to you through those people. I don't take those people for granted. Some people are beggars in the streets, and yet they are God's messengers. They will be in the streets begging. They seem as if they have nothing. They seem as if they are useless. But sometimes those people are God's messengers. So sometimes when you see them, you have to mark their words, discover their actions, because God speaks through them. He speaks through the foolish things of this world. The Bible says he uses the foolish things of this world. So sometimes God speaks to us through the foolish things of this world. That man of God you don't want to hear about, God speaks to you through him. That young man of God, you say he's young, there's nothing that he can say to me. You have to listen to that man of God. That man of God you don't want to pay attention to. That man of God, you always run away from him. That man of God, he carries your message. That person that you think is foolish, that person you think is uncultured, that person you think cannot offer you anything, that person you think that is foolish, I want to tell you, that person, he has God's message. That person, he has God's message. So God spoke to Abraham not with an audible voice. God spoke to Abraham through three men who were hungry, three men who were looking for food. Those three men, they brought good news to Abraham. Abraham never thought that they were God's messengers. Even when those messengers delivered the message, Sarah laughed at them and said, Lord, how can it be possible? But it was God who was speaking. So I want to tell you something, that God speaks to you through foolish people. Through foolish people. I'm talking about foolish people. Through uneducated people. In New Testament, the disciples of Jesus Christ, they were not highly educated, but God was speaking through them. God was speaking through them. So you don't have to look down on people. Usually I don't look down on people. I understand how God speaks. Hallelujah. I know that you have someone that you follow, and you think that person has your message. That's not where your message is. God speaks to you through the people that you dishonor, through the people you don't understand. The spiritual things can never be understood. You want to hear God speaking in your life. He speaks through people. Which people? The people that we despise, the things that we despise, the foolish things of this world. God speaks through them.
Keep watching CFI TV. Experience the difference. Thank you for watching CFI TV.